Hi guys, today's highlights will be taking a different turn as I will be sharing tips on shadowing, what you get from shadowing and how to shadow basically. So why should you shadow? I mean, shadowing has so many advantages, but I'll just be giving you like 3 of them. The first one is it helps you build a good and strong language sense. There are so many things in language that is unspoken. There are some things you can't express that actually helps you improve your language and takes your proficiency from like here to there. So those things are things you get from shadowing. It helps you tap into the language differently. It helps you get the juice differently. Like at the end of the day, you are unable to express what you are getting, but you're actually getting something, right? So the second thing is it helps you listen better. Because so many times when we are listening to audios, videos, podcasts, whatever, we're actually not listening very well. But when you're shadowing, you have no choice because you have to repeat what the speaker is saying. You're actually listening carefully. So you get the intonations, the rhythm, and everything the speaker is giving. Then the third thing is it is convenience. It's a very convenient practice. You can practice shadowing when you are doing your chores or busy with so many other things. However, I like to shadow when I'm like doing nothing so I can get all the juice from shadowing. So how do you shadow? The first and most important thing I like to tell anyone about shadowing and any other kind of practice is set your intentions right. Why do you want to shadow? Like in my last video, my intention for shadowing was to improve my enunciation, to help me pronounce all the words I'll be saying clearly. So I'm not just shadowing for the speed or for any other thing. I'm shadowing to pronounce all those words clearly. I want to be able to hear the speaker and express what he's saying clearly. So my listeners are not burdened by my not very clear pronunciation. You get? So because I have that in mind, I know I don't want to leave the playback speed as at normal. I want to reduce it to 0.8. So your intention for practice, your goal for practice helps you focus on something and it gives you a better result at the end of the day. Then the second thing is to get a speaker you like or a voice you like. You don't have to shadow a news story. You can shadow anything you like. You could shadow a movie, cartoon, anything you feel like you want to shadow. So far it aligns with your goal, that's fine. So you can pick anything or anyone to shadow. Then the third thing is to go at a speed that is comfortable, but not too comfortable, also challenging. So you want to have something that is comprehensible and at the same time challenging, not too challenging to scare you away, but challenging enough for you to learn something from it, to get something from it. Then okay, I've talked about playback speed. Then you could work with a script. I mean, you can work with a script if you want. If you feel this particular you want to take note of like everything, all the words you're saying and compare at the end of the day, you can work with the script if you want. I mean, no one is going to judge you for that. It depends on your goals, right? Then the fourth thing is to record yourself. You probably want to, after the shadowing practice, you want to listen to your recording and listen to the original audio and compare so you can see those places you need to work on or those parts you need to improve on. And another good thing about recording is when you listen to yourself speak, as I am right now, you can't hear all your mistakes. Our brain automatically, cancels those mistakes and we don't hear them. But if you record yourself, you're able to reflect retrospectively and it helps you see all of those blind spots you probably wouldn't see just listening to yourself or hear just listening to yourself. Then you can repeat. I mean, you can repeat as many times as you want. You should always remember your competition is you and no one else. So you shouldn't say, repeating makes me feel like a failure. No, if you feel like this particular part of the speech is important to me, and not getting it right makes me feel uncomfortable, why not? You can repeat as many times as you want. Sometimes it is even good to repeat and get it clearly before moving forward. You get? So all falls back on your goal, which is why it is the first how I mentioned, which is why it's like the first point I mentioned. Your goal, your intention, it should be your focus, what you're focusing on at the end of the day. So basically, this is shadowing, and I hope to share more shadowing videos moving forward. And I think to make it easier for everybody, my next shadowing video, I'll be playing out the original audio so you can see the flow between the original audio and my voice. However, if I'm going at 0.8 speed or 0.785 speed, you don't have to go at the same speed. You can reduce it to 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, anything you feel comfortable with. You get? Okay, so this is where we'll be stopping today. Bye, see you tomorrow.